YouTube, UCog here, and we are doing another track guide. This time it is around Barcelona in the McLaren. This is a very, very tricky track, so hopefully I can help get you guys a little bit more up to speed. So, 2 laps to, talk about it, try and get your braking points and a few tips and tricks here and there, and then we'll dive into a hot lap. So, turn 1, brake just before this 100-meter marker. There's also a white line on the floor to help guide you. And then you don't want to take too much curb here as it will kick the car out, and focus on coming over after turn 2 to get a nice sweep into turn 3, maintain that speed, really push it through this long right-hander. Turn 4, again, a white marker on the ground, brake just before it, diagonal the car in, and then try and keep your minimal apex speed as high as possible. Focus on keeping that momentum high. Sweep back across and brake just on the rubber that's on the curb. You'll see that it'll go a lot darker. That's what I use for a reference. And then don't run too wide there. Really focus on your exit. Coming down the hill into the chicane, brake just as you meet the curb, tuck it in, power as soon as you hit your apex, run it wide onto that curb, and then up the hill here into a fast right-hander. No braking, just let off the throttle. As soon as you hit the apex, bam, back on the throttle, run it really wide, use all that curb, and now down to this really tight hairpin. Brake about 3 or 4 lengths before the 100-meter board. Sometimes you can use the shadows on the ground to help you as a good reference, but be wary because they will change depending on the time of day. And now we have a quick left into an immediate braking for this right, and then you want to get on the throttle just as you see that red and white hump in the middle of the track. Then we come down here into another tight right-hander. You can use the rubber on the left in the green Astro as a braking reference, and then the final chicane, brake just as you hit the bridge, and then you want to short shift and really power your way out. It's a very, very difficult sector, and your lines and your braking are absolutely critical through there. So maybe you have to watch this video a few times just to really figure out how to do that last sector. Anyway, a few tips and tricks. This is a high downforce track. Thankfully, the McLaren on maximum wing doesn't lose too much straight line speed down the main start-finish straight, so you can get away with running maximum wing. The left side of the car is where all the load is going to be, because there's so many fast right-hand corners. So tires are going to overheat like crazy, so you want to open up those brake ducts and really lower the tire pressures on the left-hand side. Go for quite an aggressive setup as well, because as long as you avoid the curbs, it's mostly flat, so you can go for some really low ride height setup here. A lot of these corners as well, like I say, are all momentum based, so try and just keep your minimum apex speed as high as possible. Don't really V off the corners, just really maintain that speed and use the downforce of this car. This hairpin here, like I say, is probably one of the trickiest on the track to get the braking zone right. Thankfully, the shadow, like I say, on the time of day we've got right now is almost perfect as a reference there. So that's really good. Try and just V off this corner a little bit. You see that little hump on the right there? It just works. It just works. So let's try and nail this last sector. A little bit wide there. Breaking into this. You can clip these curbs really nicely as well. As long as you don't hit the actual sausage, you can clip those curbs, and it will save you a little bit of time. Right, I'm going to try a hot lap. Hopefully we can get something good here. See what we can do. But yeah, really focus in this first sector to compromise turn 1 and 2 to get a really nice turn 3. That was nice. Look at the delta there. Really made sure that we got that turn 3 nailed. A little bit of trail braking. Kind of missed the apex, but because we held that minimum corner speed, delta's still looking good. Braking just on the rubber on that curb. Delay the throttle input a little bit. Bam, on the throttle. Nice, nice. A little bit wide there, but as long as we keep our wheels on that red and white curb, we're sorted. We're gonna watch out for track limits as well, because if you push it just a little bit too far on some of those curbs, it will get you. Just on that shadow. Good reference. soon as I see that red and white hump, off we go. That's better. Just as we go under the bridge, keep it tight, short shift a second. Oh, the delta's going crazy. That's what I like to see. And this is going to be a high 42. We're at very high temperatures right now, so that'll do. I will take that. That is a pretty nice lap. And hopefully that helps get you guys up to speed at this very technical and tricky track, Barcelona. Take care, guys. Have a good one.